in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers offense will have the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Makes the grab. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He has the first and still on his feet. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Cornhuskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one, registering his first. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Texas offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like you did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He rifles one deep to the left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Blasted as he lets it go.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these free safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it, and the QB didn't have one that time.
Back to pass. Snags it over the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Wants to return it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
To the air on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. It's picked off. That's number 10. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Off play action. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these plays.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And here comes the field goal unit. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Makes a catch at the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To throw again. Throws to the back. This time on target. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Yeah, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. A strike downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. And the returner is stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and look for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and
oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Turning it on. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got the 1st down, looking for more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And they swarm him under. That big pickup on what they call the drag round, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Makes the grab. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Huge play by this defense. This game had an opportunity to get very, very interesting. They step up, make the big play, make this a 2-possession game now with that safety and getting the football back.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. Dude, look.
Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Now on 2nd and goal.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion.
Touchdown, Texas! Great job by the back on the option. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Makes it past the marker. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so...
Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today, but build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Huskers will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll make the fair catch at the 44 and they'll have terrific field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
They're still firing away even with this lead. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent.